Hey, good morning everybody. It's Friday. I got some delicious sprinkly donuts behind me. That's gonna be a great day. It might be a little chilly the next couple days, but hopefully after that, starting next week, it'll be warm again. Oh, I miss the warm weather already. We got Mother's Day coming up on Sunday. It's a big day to show some love for Mom. Now, inside the folder, in the stuff that's sent home. Now, you might not have gotten it yet, but hopefully you'll be getting it soon. Inside the folder, I hid something for you. And it's a piece of paper that looks like this. It's folded in half like a card. We're going to make Mother's Day cards today. Now, inside, though, in the bags, you have all your markers and crayons and color pencils and glue and scissors or whatever, so you should be able to have enough stuff that you need to make your card. Now, also, with this, you'll find a paper like this. Now, what you're going to do is cut out this one on the lines, okay, and then cut out this one, okay, right on this. You can see the rectangle all around it. So cut that out right on the outside lines of the rectangle, okay. And what you're going to do is, here's our card, all right, and we're going to glue this part on the front of the card, so it says Happy Mother's Day on the front of the card. And then when you glue that, use glue stick, that'll be less messy. On the inside, we're gonna glue, okay, after we cut that out, we're gonna glue I love you, Mom on the inside. And that will be our card. Now, I want you to make it special from you. So make sure you put, from you, put your name on it. Put a nice message in there from Mom, like, thanks for being a great mom, or Happy Mother's Day, or something nice for Mom. So then you have a card to give to Mom for Mother's Day. So that's if you don't get it today, then hopefully you'll be able to work on it tomorrow, because you have until Sunday. Sunday's Mother's Day. So that gives you something to do, kind of like an art project, something nice you can give to Mom for Mother's Day. All right. Let's see, it is Fun Friday, and that means, hold on a second, you know who is coming over.
Hello, me lads. It's great to see ya.
Hey, Mr. Blue, where you been?
Well, I've been running around the school. It's been so boring with no kids here.
Why are you talking like that? You didn't talk like that last time.
Well, I kind of learned to talk like this because I learned to teach myself some new way to talk.
You mean like with your nose or your eyes?
No, that's ridiculous, Mr. T. You gotta talk with your mouth. You just sound different when you talk.
I don't sound different when I talk.
Well, you can if you want to.
Well, okay. What about this?
Hi, I can talk funny. Well, that's okay. But you can do better than that.
Okay. Well, I'll work on it.
Okay, you work on it. What else is going on?
Well, we just did I got the kids started on a Mother's Day project.
Oh, Mother's Day! I love Mother's Day. I wish I had a mother.
You don't have a mother?
Well, I'm a puppet, made out of, cloth and things like that and clothes.
Oh, yeah. If you're a puppet, you don't really have a mother. Well, let's see here. I'll share my mom with you.
Oh, that would be great! We'll have the same mom.
Then we'll be brothers.
Brothers! I love it when you're brothers. Give me a big kiss.
No, I'm not giving him.
Give me a kiss.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, you make me so sad, Mr. T.
All right, fine.
Okay.
That's from JJ, actually.
No, I do not want that from JJ. Okay, yes, I do. He's a doctor. He's Dr. JJ. And Dr. Brains? You know the crab?
Yeah, I know the crab, Dr. Brains. I got to hear about him, too.
Alrighty, then.
Well, Mr. Blue, we got to get back to doing our schoolwork today. I know it's Fun Friday and all, but we still have to get our work done.
Alrighty, then. I'll see you next week, me boy. Give me a big hug.
All right, come here. Oh, that's a good fella.
All right, kids. See you later. Be good. Shade, tell your mom you love her. Bye now.
All right. That's enough of that fun stuff for now. All right, we are on Friday, May 8th. So page 312 in math. Okay. Alright, we got more review stuff going on today. Good sprinkles. Write the number your teacher says. I'm going to say a number, and you write that number on the line. If it's a thousands place number, put a comma between the hundreds place and the thousands place. If it's a money number, put a $ and a dot. If it's a mixed number, and there will be, make sure you have your big number, which is your whole number, and your fraction, which is top number, bottom number. Boom. Line A, 23,040. 23,040. Now, if you listened, I didn't say any hundreds. So 0 in the hundreds place. 23,040. Letter B, 16,800. 16,800. Now, if you listen to that one, I didn't say any tens or ones. So 0, 0 in both of those. And I'll give you a clue for A and B. They both need 5 digits. That means a ones place, a tens place, a hundreds place, a thousands place, and a 10,000s place. 5 digits for each of those. C, 7,500. 7,500. D, mixed numbers coming up. 13 1/2. 13 1/2. E, 17 3/4. 17 3/4. All right, number 2. Write the answers to the combination your teacher says. I'm going to give you a combination, and you write the answer on the line. A, 8 times 3. 8 times 3. Now, it's one of those times 3s, which means you have to count by 3s 8 times. Like 3, 6, 9, 12, like that. Till you get to the 8th one. I give you a clue. The answer is in the 20s family. B, 18 minus 9 plus 3. 18 minus 9 plus 3. There we go. C, 12 plus 3 minus 8. 12 plus 3 minus 8. D, 15 minus 9. 15 minus 9. E, 7 plus 6. 7 plus 6. Now, an easy way to do that one is to think of 6 plus 6 in your brain and just add one more because it's 7 instead of 6. That's how I like to think of things. Number 3. Here we have a workspace and a word question. So we're going to use the workspace to help us find the answer. Lydia bought a bag of trail mix at the snack shop. You know what trail mix is? It's kind of like when they put like pretzels and granola and sometimes raisins and M&Ms, those things together. They call it trail mix because people take it when they go hiking on a trail. It gives them a little snack to eat while they're going along. It gives them energy and protein, all that good stuff. So trail mix. Lydia bought a bag of trail mix at the snack shop. The trail mix cost $1.87. Lydia gave the clerk a $5 bill. How much change did she receive? Well, if it cost $1.87 and she gave $5, that means she's going to get some money back. In the workspace, you see $5 take away $1.87. Do that question, and you'll find the answer of how much money she got back. Now, 0 can't take away 7, and 0 can't take away 8, and we can't borrow from 0. So we got to cross out that 5 and make it a 4. That way the 0 beside it becomes a 10. Now we can borrow from that 10, make it a 9, and then the ones place 0 can become a 10, and now you have enough to take away in the cents, dimes, and dollars place. Don't forget to write your answer over in the line underneath the word question. All right, when you're ready, let's do number 4. Mark the circle under the amount that is rounded to the nearest dollar. Now, we've been practicing rounding off money and numbers for a few weeks. we just learned about rounding off money. If we have to figure out what the dollars that it's between. So if it's $3.70, it's between $3 and $4. Then we got to look at the cents. If the cents is more than 50 cents, it goes up to the higher one. If it's less than 50 cents, it goes down to the lower one. And if it's 50 in the middle, it goes up, because we always take the middle and go up in rounding numbers. So, $13.23. $13.23 is between $13 and $14. So that's why they put those two there. Is 23 cents less than 50 cents or more than 50 cents? It's less. So we have to round down to the lower number, which is $13. Next, $8.91. Does that round to $8 or $9? That should be pretty easy since the cents is in the 90s family. Last one, $14.25. That's between $14 and $15. Does it round to $14? Does it round to $15? Which one is it closest to? Okay, number 5. Sometimes these give us a little trouble sometimes. So if you're not sure, keep trying numbers until you find out which one. When you try a number, you'll kind of get a clue as whether you have to go higher or whether you have to go lower. Something minus 8 equals 4. So it has to be a number bigger than 8, because only numbers bigger than 8 can take away 8. Something minus 8 equals 4. Try a number in there, see if it works. And then decide if you have to go higher or lower, or maybe you got the right answer the first try. If you do, jingo! Way to go you! 12 plus something makes 17. So we start with 12, we add something to it, and at the end we have 17. Something take away 2 equals 16. Something take away 2 equals 16. So it has to be a number that's bigger than 16. Because we're taking away 2 and then getting 16. So it might take some thinky things to figure those out. But guess what? God gave you good thinky things. So you can do it. Number 6, write the time. I see the hour hand first. That comes between the 3 and the 4. And the minute hand's on the 7. So we have to count by 5s for the minutes. Number 7, write the temperature. Look where the red line stops. It's between the black lines, so it's not an even number. It's going to be an odd number because it's between the black lines. It's in the 90s family because it's bigger than 90 and less than 100. Those are some clues to help you figure it out. Take your time and finish this page. Pause it if you need to. When you're ready, we'll begin the back side together. All right, here we are on page 311. Put your name on top. First thing not last. Write the quotients in the arches, and if you remember, a quotient is the answer to a divide question. Quotient. Quotient. That's Mac's favorite song, by the way. He sings it every day. All right. 18 divided by 3. These are all divide by 3, so that means we got to have our count by 3s on today. So, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 36. Now, that isn't the answer for 18 divided by 3, but it is just a review of counting by 3s. Let's do it again. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. Sometimes we go to 33 and 36 too for 11 and 12. So, 18 divided by 3, count by 3s till you get to 18. How many 3s does it take to get there? Put the answer inside the arches. Do the same thing for the rest of them except for 6 divided by 3, 27 divided by 3, 24 divided by 3, 30 divided by 3, and 3 divided by 3, which is so easy. All right, number 2. When you're ready, let's go. Write the sums and differences, then fill in the blanks to learn more about God's creation at Arches National Park. All right, so first we're going to answer these takeaway and plus questions. And then do you see the boxes have colors? Well, you're going to take those numbers from those boxes and put them in the box with the matching color and figure out what the answers are that should go in those sentences. The longest arch is blank feet long. The tallest arch is blank feet above the ground. The largest balancing rock weighs blank tons. And 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So if there's a big number in there, it's going to be a pretty heavy... Wait a second. Those sprinkles are good. Making me thirsty, though. I'll be right back.
These sprinkles are making me thirsty.
All right, number 3. Here we have some measurement questions. I told you you would need to know these, and I hope you diggly do. At least most of them. 1 pound equals how many ounces? 1 meter equals how many centimeters? 1 year equals how many months? 1 foot equals how many inches? 1 yard equals how many feet? And 1 gallon equals how many quarts? You should know most of those, if not all of them. If you know all of them, yay for you. Way to go, you! How tall is the picture? Here we have a peregrine falcon. Measure it with your cm side of your ruler. That's the centimeter side of your ruler. cm. C to the M. C to the C to the C to the M. C is for Caitlin. M is for Mac. No, it's not. It's for centimeter. Centimeter. C to the M. Aha. All right. Whew. I'm glad it's Fun Friday. Weekend's coming up. Okay, take your time and finish that paper. And when you're ready, take out phonics, page 303, and we'll get that done together. Alrighty then, we're on page 303. Look like we're going to be doing some more alphabetical order. ABC order. A dictionary is a book that tells about words. The words are in ABC order. When putting words in ABC order, look at the first letter of each word. Let me get something for you. I'll show you. I'll be right back. Now, back when I was a kid, and probably your parents too, there was no internet where you couldn't just look up whatever you wanted to look up. Now, if there's a word you don't understand, just type in, enter, and then it'll tell you what it means. But when I was a kid, we had this thing called dictionaries. We still have them around today. They're just not as useful as they used to be. Now, they'll still do the same thing. It just takes a little bit longer and a little more expertise, a little more skills. Because a dictionary is full of words and definitions. It tells you what they mean. It's kind of like, you know how our spelling list had 3 vocabulary words? Well, it's kind of like that for all the words you can think of with their meanings. For instance, see? All it is, a dictionary, from A to Z, all the words they could think of, they stuffed it in a book, and they wrote what they mean. That's what dictionaries are. Now, if we were in school, there are some fun games I like to play with the dictionaries to help us learn about how dictionaries work. Now, it helps us ABC order, and it helps us, with spelling a little bit, because you have to know how to spell the word to find it in the dictionary. Let's see here. Suppose I was looking for the word mechanic. I would look in the M's in my dictionary, and it says, a person who is skilled in repairing and operating machines. A mechanic fixed our car when it wouldn't start. So that's a dictionary, okay? Now that's, when they're talking about dictionaries in our language and phonics papers, it's talking about this, which has a whole bunch of words, all the words you can think of in ABC order and what they mean. So we used to have to look up, if we didn't know what a word meant, we had to look it up in our dictionary. All right. So, good that they gave us a list of the alphabet across the top, because that helps us find ABC order. Goes from A to Z, of course. Place the groups of Yellowstone National Park birds in ABC order by numbering the birds. We have a trumpeter swan, golden eagle, osprey, woodchuck, screeching owl, finch, cowbird, and hummingbird. Now, we have 2 groups. We have the first group, we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and the second group, we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what do we look for in ABC order? Well, we look for the first letter of the word. So we have trumpeter swan starts with T, golden eagle starts with G, osprey starts with O, and wood duck starts with W. So which one of those letters comes first in ABC order? Is it the T, the G, the O, or the W? Look in your list and see where the T is, where the G is, where the O is, and where the W is. Go ahead. I'm going to get a drink. Well, we know that W's and T's are close to the end. So they're not going to be number one. I know that. So it could be G or it could be O. O is close to the middle, but G is kind of close to the front. It's on the front side of the alphabet. So Golden Eagle is going to get a 1 because that's our first word, the word that comes first in that group. Now, because T and W are close to the end and O is in the middle, Osprey is going to be number 2. It's going to be our second word. So put a number 2 beside Osprey because that's our second word. Now, which comes first in ABC order, T's or W's? Well, we look on our list. Well, after S comes T's. So T would be, trumpet or swan would be the third word in ABC order in that group. And then if wood duck would be the fourth one because that has a W. Now, since we did the first one together, I want you to try the second one on your own. Look at the first letter of each of those animals. Put them in order from 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one would come first, second, third, fourth in alphabetical order. Okay. Pause it if you need to, if you need more time for part 1. If you're ready, let's do part 2. If more than one word begins with the same letter, look at the second letter in each word to decide the order. Look at the second letter of each bird to number them in ABC order. Here we have a wren, a woodpecker, and a western meadowlark. Well, guess what? They all start with W. So that means we can't decide what the order is by looking at the first letter because they're all W's. So we look at the second letter. The second letter in wren is R. The second letter in woodpecker is O. The second letter in western meadowlark is E. So which comes first in ABC order? R's, O's, or E's? Yes. An E comes before an R and O in ABC order. So put a 1 beside western meadowlark. Which comes next in ABC order? O or R? Well, O comes next. So woodpecker would be the second, number 2. And also wren would be number 3, because R comes last between R and O and E. Next, we have a second row. Blue jay, bank swallow, and bufflehead duck. So I want you to look at this, because they all start with B's, I want you to look at the second letter and decide which word is going to be first, which bird is going to be first in ABC order, second in ABC order, and third in ABC order. And write those in. I'll let you do that on your own. See if you can figure it out. All right, number 3. Color the circle next to the word that would come first in the dictionary. In the first box, we have otter, bear, and bee. Which one of those would come first in a dictionary? Well, it wouldn't be otter because O's come way after B's. It would be bear or bee. Now, how do we know which one it is, bear or bee? Well, we got to look at the second letter. The second letter is E, and the second letter is E. Uh-oh. They're the same. You know what that means, don't you? We got to look at the third letter. In bear, the third letter is A. In B, the third letter is E. And we know that A comes before E in ABC order. So bear would come before the other two words. So color the circle in for bear. Now, look at the next box. Bison, coyote, cutthroat trout. Color the circle for the word that would come first in ABC order, which means the same as first in a dictionary, before the other ones. Last box. Rubber snake. Is that even real? Rubber snake? Bobcat, rattlesnake. Which one of those words would be first in a dictionary? Or first in ABC? Oh my word. Oh, just one. Oh my word. Oh, it's usually 3. And the third one is usually the realest one of all. And don't try to tell me it's not. It's so real. All right, when you're ready, let's do dictation together. I'm going to read you a sentence, and you're going to write that sentence the way it should go on the line.
Here we go. Ooh.
We saw much wildlife in Yellowstone. We saw much wildlife in Yellowstone. Now, there's two compound words in there that will help us spell them. We saw much wildlife. Now, wildlife is made of wild and life put together. And wild has ild and child in it. So remember how to spell ild and child? Wildlife. So wildlife is one word. It's two words put together to make one word. That's a compound word. In Yellowstone. Yellowstone is two words put together. Yellow and stone. So if you know your color words, yellow, and you know the word stone, put it together to make Yellowstone. And actually, Yellowstone should be a capital Y at the beginning because it's the name of a park. We saw much wildlife in Yellowstone. Make sure you put your punctuation at the end. Take your time, write that neatly, please. Make sure your letters are the right size. And when you're ready, flip it over to the back side. Okay, here we are on page 304. Add the suffixes to the root words. Write the new word. Let's see here. We have an ED column. We have an ES. So, toot and look, didn't played, ed and wanted column. Es and peaches column. We have a lee and slowly column. We have an ing and pointing column. Now, sometimes there are rules, and we have to remember those rules to be able to spell these words the right way. I'll help you with a few of them, but I'm not going to help you with all of them because I want you to practice doing them the right way and thinking how to do it on your own. Love should become loved. Avoid, avoided. Destroy, destroyed. Now, avoid and destroy, we just add ed on the end. But for love, we drop the first e before we add ed. So it's not L-O-V-E-E-D. There's just one e there, loved. It's a silent e, so we drop the silent e. Fixes, hisses, wishes. For all three of those, we just added es and peaches. I know fix is kind of a rule breaker because it has a short vowel and then a consonant, and we're going to add es and peaches, but guess what? It breaks the rule, so we don't double the x. We just put F-I-X-E-S. It's just a rule breaker. Sometimes we have those. There's no real way to explain why they have rule breakers. They just are rule breakers. Angry, painful, neat. We're going to make angrily. We're going to change the Y into an I before we add ly. Angrily. Painfully, we just add ly to that. And neatly, we just add ly to that, to neat. We're going to change make into making. Now we have a silent E on that one. We're going to drop the silent E first. Color to make coloring. There's no silent E, we just add ing. And write to writing. We do have a silent E, we cross it off, we drop the silent E, and we make writing on the other side. So we're going to make new words. Some of them we have to follow rules for, some of them we just add the suffix for. Go ahead and write those new words in there neatly, and then join me for part 2 when you're ready. Color the circle next to the words that are compound words. Circle the 2 small words in each compound word. So we're going to read these words, and when we find a compound word, we're going to color the circle, and then circle the 2 words that are hidden inside the compound word. Compassion, enjoy, campground. Well, there's one in that row that's a compound word. Campground. That's 2 words put together. Campground. So color the circle for campground, and then circle camp, circle ground. I want you to do the rest of them on your own. I'll read you the words. Anytime you see a compound word, which is 2 words together, color in the circle, and then circle the 2 words that make a compound word. Railroad, moonlight, whispered. Popcorn, Thursday, obedient. Some of those were our spelling words this year. I remember popcorn was. I remember obedient was. All right, number 3. Circle the word that comes first in ABC order. So here we have little boxes. In each box, one of those words would come first in ABC order. So circle one word in each box, the word that would come first in ABC order. If you're not sure in ABC order, you can flip to the other side of the paper and look at the ABC chart and make sure you look at the first letter to help you decide. All right, last part of phonics today. A geyser is water and steam that shoots out of an opening in the ground. Sometimes at some of these parks, they have geysers, which is whoosh, hot water and steam that shoots up out of the earth. Old Faithful is a geyser in Yellowstone National Park that erupts or shoots up between 90 and 180 feet high. Write one interrogative sentence you would ask a park ranger about Old Faithful. So pretend you're at the park, the Yellowstone National Park, and you got to see Old Faithful, which is what they call that, the water and steam that shoots up out of the ground. Okay? It's called a geyser. Whoosh! What would you ask the park ranger about the geyser, about the water that shoots out? If you could. So an interrogative sentence, start with a capital, and with a question mark, make sure it's a question sentence. Take your time, write it neatly. When you're ready, let's do cursive writing. All right, page 60 for cursive today. I think. Oh, by the way, I sent your whole books home with you. These books right here. I know you didn't have them before at school, but you'll have them at home now. So you'll, for the rest of the school year, which is the next few weeks, you'll just take your papers out of your book here. All right, page 60. We have a warm-up spot. Looks like we have some cursive L's hooked together, so up, down, up, down, up, down. Trace on those lines best that you can. Start on the red dot till you finish the row. Stay on the lines best you can. Then we have another row of up arounds, small cursive L's. It looks like a family going on vacation to the park. All right, we're doing E in baby. We're doing A in obey. We're doing whey. W-H-E-Y. That's a word you don't see very often in second grade. It's a kind of protein that you get from certain foods. W-H-E-Y. And then over here we have happy. We're going to trace each special sound group and start a new one on the red dots. Gabby's family drove the van to the park. They had a picnic. Well, since there's a capital G there, let's review capital G's for a second since they're a little tricky. Let's go up to the handy dandy board. I know there's capital T's too, so maybe I'll do one of those for you. But you should be pretty good at those by now. So capital G's, if I remember right, they go up, down, up a little, down. What did I do wrong? Oh, I forgot to start on the bottom. Let me see here. Yeah, I should have started on the bottom. And this marker stinks. I try to get better markers in here, but I don't know what's happening. All right, ignore that G. I think I know what I was doing by now. Up, down, up, down, touch the bottom, back across. This marker doesn't work good either. I just got new markers in here. Maybe it's dry in here. Up, around, back up, down, touch the ground, back across. Capital G. And for capital T's, oh my word, that's it. This marker's going to trash. Let's try blue. Maybe blue will be a good boy for me. All right, blue, be a good boy. Oh, look at you. Look at you drawing those lines. Letter T. All right. T's go around and over, slanty down, back across. Around and over, slanty down, back across. Capital T. So that's the cursive capitals you'll be doing today. The cursive smalls you guys should be experts at by now. Professionals. All right. We have science and we have reading. Let's start with science. I think we're doing beavers part 2 today. We are. A few more pages of beavers. Beavers are pretty cool animals. All right. Yep, chubby beaver today. He's chewing on a stick out in the middle of the water where they feel safe in the water. Start on page 51 here. You're going to learn about beaver homes called a lodge, how they make them, why they make lodges. I hope you learned about that in there. And then finishing up beavers and why they have tails, why God gave them tails to protect themselves. Maybe not for the reason you think. On page 51, and there's some questions at the bottom about beavers. So, a little bit about beavers in there. When you're ready, I'll get you started on your reading. We did chapter 1 and chapter 2 so far. Chapter 1, Aunt Kate met Frisky. Things didn't work out so well. So we had to go talk to Uncle John about it, and they prayed about it. So, in chapter 2, Aunt Kate thought maybe it'd be okay if she compromised, because she wanted Frisky to go live somewhere else, and Billy wanted Frisky to stay in his room. Well, Aunt Kate and Billy compromised. That means they both gave in a little, and we're going to try letting Frisky sleep in the basement to see how that worked. Well, it kind of works and kind of doesn't. We're going to find out in chapter 3 about that. So, let me see what's chapter 3. Here we go. Uh-oh. Puddles and a fall. And if you ever had a puppy before, you know what puddles means. And it means that, exactly what you're thinking. But sometimes that happens. When you have a puppy, they're just learning. Let's see here. Some words that you're going to learn about in this chapter are industry. It's not enough to pray for things that we need. We must be willing to do our part and work for the things we need when we are able. So if we want something, we can pray about it, sure, and that's what God wants us to do, but we also have to do our part. It's kind of like planting a garden. When you plant a seed, that's your part. God will do the hard part. He'll make the seed grow up into a plant. But you do your part too. We can't just, we can't just pray for a garden to grow somewhere. We have to do our part too, and let God do his part, and we'll do our part. Dependability. Billy knows Uncle John will always help him. Uncle John gives Billy good advice and watches Frisky for him. So it's good that Billy has Uncle John to rely on. Some words that you're going to see in this chapter are accusingly, which means as if to charge with a crime. Naughty means being bad. Hoarse, not the kind of horse that you ride on. The kind of horse is like, that kind of like your throat gets sore and can't make the right sounds, that's hoarse. Offending means displeasing. Horrified means shocked or frightened. Quantity means amount. And cooperation means working together to achieve a goal. In this chapter, think about this. Have you ever prayed for something and then you thought that God didn't answer your prayers? Maybe that's because God was waiting for you to do your part too. Billy learns there are things that he can do to help solve the problems between Frisky and Aunt Kate. In chapter 3, he's going to start figuring out what kind of things he can do to help make Billy and Aunt Kate kind of get along a little better. So kind of praying about it and letting God do his part, but Billy doing his part too. So Puddles and a Fall is chapter 3. Now, chapter 4 is called The Deserted House. That's on Monday. Ooh, the deserted house. Spooky. Alright, well, it's not really that spooky. But they do talk about a deserted house. And later in the story, they go and visit a deserted house. Oh my word. Ooh. So, read chapter 3. That'll be your work. And we'll do chapter 4 on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone.